Hey investors, Bradley here from Watson Estates, and you're listening to the largest, fastest growing podcast for Toronto real estate on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And as an investor and a broker myself, I like to keep informed and up to date with what's going on in the latest market, the real estate market here in Toronto and the GTA, and in some cases across the country. But part of that is speaking with people of great influence and people who have been successful in their real estate journeys from coast to coast. And today, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, is the best guest interview we have had so far. I had to cut it short. Definitely somebody we'll have on the show again, and you'll see why. We have Navtaj Chandhoke. He's been investing in Canada since 1981, and he is the founder of Canada's largest real estate investment club with 17,000 members called precanada.com. We'll have the link down below for that, but he's also the founder and his training program is at flippingforprofit.ca. And today he shares with us a number of techniques on how to find properties. He tells us how to find properties for pennies on the dollar. That's right. He also shares with us different grants, different opportunities, in some cases for no strings attached to you as Canadians. But what I love the most about my conversation with Nav is that he truly cares for Canadians. He cares for people and for the things that he believes in. He has a heart. And oftentimes when it comes to looking at large investors, we believe there is no heart behind what they're doing. Not true. He extends his hand time and time again to help. And he does that for us today on our show by giving you some amazing insight on how to take your investment portfolio from here, got my hand nice and low, to way higher than you can hit on the screen. I know I learned a ton on the show, and I know you're going to love it. When you do, please hit the like button, comment, give us a sub if you haven't. And you can also share this with your friends. This info needs to get out there for those that want to truly invest in real estate. You can tag us at Watson Estates. Enjoy the show. Nav, how you doing? Thanks for joining us on the show.
Good morning. I'm very good. Thank you. How about yourself?
I am doing good. And I know we were just kind of chatting a little bit before the episode, and I'm holding you back a lot because I'm excited to share some of the reasons why you do what you do. And you are the real estate guy for a lot of people across the country. Maybe if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself a little bit, tell investors a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing the last several decades in Canada real estate.
By default, I got into business of real estate, and it was a very interesting story how I got into it. Got into business about in early 80s when the rates were 20.46% on August 24th, 1981. That was the worst recession, and that's the highest interest rate we ever had in Canada. I didn't know nothing about real estate. I was absolutely green. And I was coming in a bus, and somebody asked me a question. And I'm going to ask the question to you and all the listeners. Can you please help me? What will be your answer?
You would hope yes.
And I said, yes, I can. What is it? The gentleman said, listen, I'm going to become homeless in 2 weeks' time. I lost my job, and the bank cannot take over. I didn't do anything wrong. All I just lost my job. I live in Glenana Circle in front of the Pickering Town Center. Can you come on over and help me and my family? I have 2 beautiful kids. I will sincerely appreciate it if you can come on over and help me. And I said, sir, I have no idea about power sale or foreclosure. I'm brand new to this country. He said, but I know you'll figure it out. The guy reassured me. Okay, fine. Went to see this gentleman, his house, knock on the door. The lady opened the door. She goes, oh, you are East Indian. I said, yes, last time I checked, I'm Mr. East Indian. She goes, I know you love chai, but my both kids like to meet you. My husband was talking about you. So what is it? First person I met was the daughter. She goes, I was waiting for you. I said, oh, I'm sorry. And she came in, tears in her eyes, holding a little cat. And she goes, listen, I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm shocked. Okay, I didn't even ask her a question. She goes, I didn't do anything wrong. My grandmother gave me this cat and she passed away. My father lost a job and now they're going to take my cat away. Can you help me? Before I say anything else, she came with an enforcement. Enforcement is, hey, listen, I know you can help me. Oh my Lord, I asked the good Lord, why me? And the voice comes, why not you? At that time, we don't have internet. We don't have the cell phones. We have those rotary phones. You travel by the bus. And her brother came in. He's 8-year-old. He got a dog. He said, listen, Jeannie, excuse me, my name is Jeannie. Okay, I didn't know that. Again, he said, listen, my sister is dumb, but I'm a smart guy. I have plan A, B, and C. I said, what's your plan A and B and C? He said, the sheriff is gonna come in to throw us out. We have nowhere to go. But I also know that they're gonna take my dog away. And the recess happened at 11:30. The sheriff is coming at 12. I'm gonna come down home, gonna take my dog and run away from home with my dog. There's no way they're gonna take my dog away. That was the heartbreaking way to getting into business real estate.
Yeah.
Not I was able to help those two young kids. I was able to help the family go through the whole drama and learn the most powerful technique called power sale, evictions and redemptions.
Yeah.
From there on, it has been a journey. It's an incredible journey from the last 40 plus years now. I've been teaching for the last 30 years. I've written several different books and bring a lot of awareness to Canadians about, number one, forgivable real estate grants. I'd like to ask you a question, and perhaps you can speak on behalf of people. How many Canadians do you know bought a house with the assistance of forgivable real estate down payment?
Zero.
Do you know it's available for every single Canadian?
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, if you're a first-time home buyer in Canada, you should check with the region and just Google the word forgivable down payment assistance. And majority of the places, it is available from time to time for first-time home buyer, for principal residents, where the federal, provincial, and regional government will hand the 5% of down payment, which you do not have to pay back. It's giving you a break. And there are several other programs run by charities and foundations, even developers, and they offer you opportunities to own a house as low as $1,000 down payment in Canada. And
What resource can people to find that? Where would people find that particular resource?
Well, unfortunately, this information is not available as much as we think. And that's why I start assembling information. So I become a copycatter and I assemble all the information and turn into one directory.
Okay.
And since I traveled all across the country from many, many years, from last, let's say about 29 to 30 years, I noticed that when I go and speak in seminars, or whether I'm speaking at the university level or I'm speaking at convention, people ask me a question, hey, you talk about investors, how about me? I'm a first-time buyer.
Yeah.
And I said, there's help available for you. And people don't realize it. There are so many different grants available, including real estate investors. For example, let me give you a simple example. Let's say your basement is leaking. And who should pay for it? And people's question is, I don't know. Maybe the homeowner should pay for it, insurance company should pay for it, or builder should pay for it. There's a simple grant available from the federal and provincial or municipal, and you can have, it's called flood protection plan.
Okay.
And you can get about $6,000 to $10,000. You're gonna get a sump pump, and you can get a backup wall, and there's no cost to you.